Have you ever wondered, while playing your favorite games, or while watching your favorite anime, looking at your hero, how he became what he is? What is his backstory? Tell me, have you ever asked yourself this question? If you have, then enjoy the untold stories of your favorite characters, heroes, anti-heroes, villains, gods, demons, pirates and mages, and every kind of being that exists in those worlds. Welcome to the story of a hero. This is the story of Pudge, a character from Dota. Is he a hero or a villain? We'll see in this next video. In the fields of endless carnage, far to the south of Goyge, a corpulent figure works tirelessly through the night, dismembering, peeling up the limbs and whisker of the fallen that the battlefield might be cleared by dawn. In this cursed realm, nothing can decay or decompose. No corpse may ever return to the earth from which it sprang, no matter how deep you dig the grave. Flogged by carrion birds who need him to cut their meals into beak-sized chunks, Pudge, the butcher, hones his skills with blades that grow sharper the longer he uses them. Swish, swish, thunk. Flesh falls from the bone. Tendons and ligaments part like wet paper. And while he always had a taste for the butchery, over the ages, Pudge has developed a taste for its byproduct as well. Starting with a gobbet of muscle here, a sip of blood there, before long he was thrusting his jaws deep into the toughest of torsos, like a dog gnawing at rags. Even those who are beyond fearing the Reaper, fear the Butcher. Although he is often asked, Pudge refuses to answer any questions about his family, and gets quite irritated at curious strangers. In his youth, he served in the employ of King Brandalon as his royal butcher. This was the beginning of Pudge's career, which he considered the best years of his life. The king's reign was particularly bloody, and Pudge is one of the few who are still alive to remember the carnage. At some point, he also spent some time on a farm. Seeking meat, Pudge journeyed to the fields of endless carnage, where he loomed over the dead, cutting up and devouring their flesh. For reasons unknown, he left the fields before the Romsky clerics made a pilgrimage there to purge the land. Pudge is a various eater of meat. He prefers raw, red meat, but we will consume just about any type of flesh, including that of his fallen enemies. He is so gluttonous that he once ate a black dragon. He follows where war goes, keeping his belly filled with the fresh meat of the newly slain. Occasionally, Pudge also eats a bit of raw fish, although he does not consider it real meat. He is also fond of bone marrow, but doesn't care much for chicken. He has a keen sense of smell, especially for meat. Unlike most living things, Pudge never needs to sleep. Pudge once had a ditch dog as a pet. He found the animal in a pile of slaughtered meat and had to saw back some of its wounds. It was his best friend, but he ate it in the end. Long ago, the chains of succession were forged by the Romsky cleric Clara to bind the minions of the dead god. Over time, the chains became corrupted by the dirge and fell into the dead god's power. They turned against Clara's people, destroying her homeland. Since then, the chains have taken a mind of their own. It dislikes gods and has a particular hunger for anti-mages, likely due to his opposition to the dead god. The chains are familiar with Rogros, having consumed his minions before. Pudge came upon the chains of obsession after being banished for an unknown reason. He found himself in a place filled with the dead, and smelled something of interest inside a great crack in the earth. Entering the crack, Pudge encountered the chains of succession, lured there by the same things he had smelled. The chains moved of their own accord, flying through the air and attacking Pudge. Eventually, he was able to subdue the chains and bring them under his control. The dead god considers this as an act of theft and demands the chains to be returned, going as far as to send Pudge some meat. However, Pudge enjoys the chains' company and he has no intention of giving them back to the dead god. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, like, and also leave a comment what character would you like to see next.